guys, eu também fiz primeiro bem-vindos a mais um live stream de Black Book, onde vamos fazer cenas. Black Book é um jogo que vem no Humble Choice, que é uma bundle mensal da Humble Bundle, site que reverte parte das suas receitas para instituições de caridade. Portanto, se quiserem lá comprar bundles ou jogos em desconto, tem um link aí em baixo para se inscreverem através do Fishman, que é partner da Humble Bundle. Portanto, inscrevam-se aí por esse link. Tem muitos descontos bons e muitas bundles bacanas também. Neste momento há uma para ajudar a Ucrânia, que tem muita coisa mesmo, muitos jogos e filmes e não sei o quê. Vou tentar jogar um jogo dessa bundle, mas neste momento vamos focar-nos aqui em tentar concluir o Black Book, que é um jogo assim grandote. É divertido, a história é fixe e ensina muito sobre a cultura eslava, escandinava, não sei, da Rússia e desses sítios. Bom, era melhor estar calado do que parecer estúpido. Bem, vamos então avançar. Vamos à Fedorovo Village. Nós agora não lembro bem o que é que íamos fazer. Ainda não partimos o selo da água. Temos estado aqui a fazer missões.
A man is scolding his wife. Half the village soon gathers to listen to the quarrel. Half the peasants take the side of the husband, while the other half support the wife. The subject of the argument turns out to be a saw that breaks down every other time. The man suspects that his wife is cursing it, while she insists she is innocent. This item looks like it's been repaired quite often. Looks like it was fixed by the local smith a couple of days ago. You think that the smith may know something about the defect and learn how to get to his izba. You decide on your next actions.
Desbloqueamos uma.
It turns out the mill has long since been abandoned and is rather notorious here. Hardly anyone is brave enough to get close to the building. The talk is, the Vodinoi still grabs passers-by and drags them to the bottom.
Ooh.
You decide on your next actions.
Então vamos tentar side quest, deve ser aqui para lá.
On the village street, you meet a strange peasant procession with chests and sacks. A peasant clutching a sleepy rooster walks in the lead. The people stop, noticing you on their way. The old women start to cross themselves, thinking you to be a bad omen. The man walking at the head of the procession addresses you.
Who are you, bareheaded wench? What are you doing here at night?
A rooster in hand and sacks full of clothing. What are these peasants planning?
Divinations?
Girls are usually the ones who perform divinations with roosters. These don't look like the divinating kind. Looks like they're offering the rooster as a sacrifice to the Susiatko. So they're moving. I'm a simple traveler who's lost her way. So, you're moving into a new izba?
None of your business, wench.
Damn.
I'm a witch doctor. I can help you move.
After a brief discussion, the peasants accept your offer. You make a sacrifice near the future hut while whispering Zagavers. Thankful people offer you some gifts.
Ok, nice. Aceitaram a minha ajuda. Não devia ter ajudado. Mal educados.
You go past the new houses of the settlement and approach the Kama Bank. The Vajinoi was sure to be followed by his retinue. Dead men and drowners from the underwater domain. Breathing in the fresh night air, you draw a circle. The Chthonian guests show up almost immediately. Your recent acquaintances emerge from the river.
Vamos falar com eles.
Is that you, witch?
São os gajos.
A witch! A witch!
You! What do you need here?
Vakul has gone to the watermill, so the border is thin. We came along to help him deal with that girl also. Keep quiet. Did crayfish eat your brains?
Short time.
If you know the Vodinoi so well, maybe you can tell me how to help the salt worker and the Rusalka.
The Vodinoi took a liking to you. He likes knowers. He doesn't like that you held the Rusalka with her name. He planned to live with her for a long time What's he going to do with her now that she remembered her past? He was upset that you held the shepherd. He got so angry. There were waves all over. Wakul is not in a good mood now. He'll probably demand a ransom. I don't know how much, but he won't ever let the Rusalka go. Only when her time comes. Like the rest of the drowners.
Aqui peixe, nunca tinha reparado.
When my time comes, I'll become a Badinoi myself. Keep quiet. Did crayfish eat your brains?
Crayfish. Porquê é que vamos atacar os gajos? Eu gosto
You sit
deles.
here for a while and swim home. I'll go have a talk with the Vadinoi.
We'll see about that.
Podia lutar contra os gajos, não quer dizer que os matasse. Menos ganhava alguma experiência. Precisamos subir
The
mais 2
smithy
níveis
is built
urgentemente.
on the far end of the village to prevent fires. You knock at the door and shudder. The sound disturbs the heavy silence. The door opens. The first thing you see is a gun, and then the smith.
Who are you? It seems a bit early for Carolyn.
A man from Fyodorova sent me. Here, his saw is fixed poorly.
The smith puts down his gun and inspects the tool.
Lousily done. It's my work. But what can you do? I'm afraid to work for too long. You won't believe me.
I'm a knower. I've seen a lot of things.
Christ almighty. Well, listen. The devil himself visits me. He looks like an ordinary, God-fearing man, but smells of drink. He comes and tells me, shoe my horses. So I'm lifting the horse's hoof and see a human foot. This peasant has it backwards, hooves for feet, and he stares at me with his eyes. So I had to shoe a human foot. Lord, forgive me.
Eu achei que o Blacksmith é bêbado.
I've been afraid to open the door ever since.
You say he smells of drink? I met shorts such as this yesterday. They won't bother you anymore.
You chased them away? I don't know how to thank you. Give me that saw. It will be as good as new.
The grateful smith fixes the tool and bows low to you. On your way back, you give the peasant the saw and receive your reward.
Alright, fizemos uns trocos. Sei que tínhamos que vir aqui outra vez para dar a serra aos gajos.
The wine shop is working until late. Warm light from its window pours onto the street, hidden in the dark. Noticing your book, the wine seller invites you inside. He claims to have books for sale.
Okay.
I see you're interested in books. You have a great one with you, I see. Is it old? I am not only selling drinks, you know. Care to look?
Yep. Isto é o quê? Defense page receive. Isto seems nice. Attack deals one more when you have less. Isto parece bacana. Vamos comprar isto. Já estou com muita caca, mas pronto. Ok, vamos continuar, vamos para aqui primeiro. Seguimos para o objetivo principal.
On the riverbank, you see a peasant that used to look after the Vadinoi's cows. He is alive and obviously free, but his eyes are empty and he can't say a word. You know these things happen to regular people who have been through such experiences. You guide the man to the village and explain that he needs to get to his home, Nekrasova.
Então, nada, vamos lá para a missão principal.
The mill rises above the pool of the river inflow. The izba is decrepit, and the water wheel is silent. The reeds around it rustle mysteriously. You're greeted by a salt worker.
Oh, Vasilisa.
I visited the Vodinoy
Chef.
and learned about your daughter. Don't you think it's something worth telling me?
How could I? God, this is all like in a bad dream. He took Yevdokia, but I didn't know he was the one to blame. And I didn't think for a minute that he would send her to kill people. I thought there was another Vodinoy. I thought I had escaped from that one. So much death, so many sacrifices. Sacrifices. I offered money, vodka, porridge. It's still not enough for Vakul. He only wants lives.
Did you make a pact with the Vodinoy here?
Yes. This is my old watermill. I used to work here. When I built it, I made a pact with Vakul. He tells me it's business as usual, so I thought I'd pay it off with rubles.
It's never that easy with demons.
Several years later, he started playing tricks with shadows. His way of asking for his sacrifice. I never wanted to hurt anyone, and so I refused him. He then took it for himself. I had an apprentice, a guy who poured grain. A fine lad. I liked him a lot. And the Vodinoy dragged him into the water. The demon drowned him. Do you understand? Then I abandoned that watermill. I couldn't stay there. I opened these salt works later. I thought he had already taken what was due, but it was never enough for him. Turns out he's the one who took my daughter. He killed my Dusha.
How did the Vodinoy find you in the salt works?
His factory is far away. I thought another Vodinoy managed this place, and so it used to be in the beginning. I managed to make some money milling the wheat. First I built a small factory, and then it expanded. We got along fine with another water demon. He did not want any human sacrifices. Then I gather Vakul beat him, and took this river under his control. But I wasn't aware, and then he somehow learnt about me.
What happened to your daughter?
My daughter. She had nothing to do with it. When Vakul found me, he, I think, wanted to teach me a lesson. Yevdokia went to Silikamsk in winter by sleigh. The ice broke beneath her. No one found my daughter, nor did they find the sleigh. That time, I didn't guess who was to blame. It's not the Vodinoy my grandfather told me about. God punished me. He sent the most devious one.
I think you'll be able to talk to Vakul today.
Oh, I will. That damn chort I will.
I don't think you can handle him. Only I can. Besides, even I won't be able to kill him. Masters of nature are strong.
Do what you can.
I will. I think Vakul will show up sooner if you start the mill.
Can do. I already inspected it while I waited. I've opened the screen, but the wheel doesn't spin. The chute is worn out. I can patch it. These chutes can be patched. It's a pity some of them are too far gone. There aren't enough paddles on the wheel. Look around a bit. We should have enough here. Then we will start it. I'll wait for you inside. I'll fix what I can.
All right. I'll find some boards for you.
Ok. Temos que encontrar paus. Pau.
You found a fitting vein for a water.
Aqui outro pau.
You found a fitting vein for a water.
Uma flor.
This screen blocks water from going to the mill. It's been opened by a salt worker. Still water, and it's deep at that. A ramshackle mill. We're lucky it still stands.
Será que há aqui mais cenas para baixo? Tá aqui ela. É a filha dele.
Vasya, my father. Is he also here?
Yes, on the mill. Want to speak to him?
I can't. Vakul won't allow it.
He's not here yet.
I can't disobey him, no matter how much I'd like to.
I need the blades.
For the wheel? I know. Here's the blade. Take it.
The Rusalka gives you a part of the mechanism.
There's something in this name. Vakul. A bit of perm, you think? I feel he's close.
Ok, então já temos as tábuas todas, acho eu. Devem ser 3. Vamos lá para dentro. Hey, my man.
If the Vodinoi doesn't help the miller, the wheel will break down. The water drops from here to the wheel.
Watermill water. Chance that herbs didn't disappear after... isto é muito fixe. Vou equipar isto. Mas o que é que eu vou tirar? Ok.
Ah, Vasilisa. 3 blades. That's enough. Well, we have everything we need to start the mill.
Vakul will appear as soon as we start the wheel. All right,
Start the wheel.
it's time.
The salt worker quickly fixes the mechanism. He looks like he's done it plenty of times. Soon, the squeaky wheel makes one rotation, then another.
Tanto fixe man à volta do homem.
The middle world. A grand place, beautiful. If only it didn't stink of the living. My favorite witch and her cute little book. I am so glad to meet you again.
Greetings, Vodinoi.
Well, Vakul.
Ah, my old acquaintance. Come to break another promise.
Father,
I didn't tell you to speak.
A water stream knocks the salt worker and the Rusalka off their feet.
You make a lousy guest, Vasilisa. Is it what we do in the Perm region? Steal serfs from their master.
There aren't any serfs anymore.
Silence! It seems the bandits still don't make...
Bandits were killed by demons.
You failed the task. But I like you, witch. Tell me what you want.
Break the
I need to
seal.
break the seal on this book.
Achievement unlock. On way.
Happy to do business with you, witch.
Vakul touches the black book with a water stream. As soon as the seal breaks, the Vodinoi dives into the water, taking the Rusalka with him. The
Damn.
salt worker takes several steps towards the water. You feel ill at ease looking into his glassy eyes and face that suddenly have become aged. On your way back, you assure Pahom that the Vodinoi will let the Rusalka go in a couple of decades. He doesn't hear you, thinking his grim thoughts.
Achievement unlock. Water. Bem, o céu é mais importante que a gaja, mas pensei que ia dar para fazer as duas coisas. Pensei que ia dar para pagar pelo
Isn't
a
that the most
libertar.
banal of a legend?
Maybe, but there's too many consequences. The drowners are talking about her. The girl is strong, they say. There are rumors coming from other spirits. Now
Yes,
they
yes.
agreed to protect a wedding. She must think I would tracas it. If she sticks needles in me, I'll be left without any power. Go to Bakcha. They won't be expecting you.
I have certain doubts about this. I've seen her in the village. Not everyone can handle that power.
You should be more
Parece a voz do
confident.
gato.
I haven't taught you for nothing. You should curse the wedding to be on an equal footing.
It won't be easy, But if she really has the book, I may finally be able to control this force.
Right. There you will find out. And if this is true, take a look at them first. I've sent charts throughout the area. It will be a good occasion.
Parece o
This
que
wedding,
estava a me
I
ajudar.
wouldn't want to curse peasants. You know how I am with demons.
Don't make me laugh. Who will you curse there? You think you can turn the procession? This thing happened last with my grandmother. Go back as soon as you take the book.
So be it.
Well, get ready. Amen to you.
Chapter 3. Agora temos que cobrar outro seu.
And what happened next?
And I chose for him to break the seal.
Well done, Vasilisa. I myself couldn't have done it better. I remember my youth as a coldoon. Those were the days.
I got off easy, you could say.
That's right,
No,
you
was bocado
very
diferente.
short. Go catch some mice.
Let the charts catch them. It's not a job that befits a Susietka.
Proshka, can cats be used to break the seals in the book? Help me check, would you?
All right, I'll catch some mice. It's not hard or anything. I'm not torturing you like your charts, after all.
Well, it's time to deal with the next seal.
The seal of the wolf. I was thinking about werewolves.
I haven't heard about them in Uyezd for a long time.
Proshka, can you turn into a wolf?
Nah.
That won't do. I need to think about this. In the meantime, go and deal with your business. Go visit your betrothed. It's time. I may come up with something.
All right, Grandpa.
Ok, vamos tratar aqui dos shorts. Ok. Não temos experiência nenhuma, man. God damn it. Já temos aqui. Talvez possamos. Tem aqui coisas muito boas. Ok. Não temos visitas? Não. Então vamos lá fazer o que o nosso avô pediu. Pá, queria fazer umas batalhinhas, ainda não lutámos nada. Não! Estava ali. Para casa. Está aqui uma flor.
This is Ba used to house a lot.
Yes, it's good that I'm not one of those petty charts from hell. Work all day or curse people. That's like a kind of work too, right? I'm perfectly content lying here watching after the household. That's my thing.
What should the domovoy do if not prepare firewood?
Lots of things. You haven't had a Susietka for a long time, so your roof caved in a bit. Sedge and other things grow in it. I wouldn't let it get this far. Well, I'll clean this place up when I have time. I'm still not settled in here.
Maybe you could help my chores?
Yeah, right. I have my paws full with matters of my own. Looking after the house, getting rid of the mice, putting out the fire. Yeah? You think that's enough work? I'd say so.
How are you doing in Grandpa's bar?
I'm doing fine here. I feel calmer, even. You don't have icons, and it's not like they used to have them in the church. And the corner over there reminds me of the old times. They used to keep food and the gods there.
We'll talk later. So much firewood will last us a long time. Old Igor made the chorts cut the firewood.
Hey, you! Cut faster! Curse you! Been chewing at my scalp all through my life, right? Now let's get to work!
So, Grandpa, the chorts listen to you.
Of course! We've living together for so long. They still remember me, and they're quite scared of you.
They should.
It's good that chorts help around the house, right?
Well, yes. Cutting firewood, that's nothing. Once I sent them to plow the field, and they plowed the whole area through and through. The vacant areas, and the seeded plots too. They need lots of looking after. Still, they have their uses.
How did you get that isba, Grandpa?
The isba? I inherited it. The older ones eventually all moved away. Some went away, some stayed in Gilbert. The house was left to me by my parents. It's old, like me. We don't have much time left. Soon we'll both go to the afterlife. I'm leaving this isba to you.
Oh yeah.
There's no one else.
Maybe I should look for wolves in the forest?
What? No, we need evil spirits. Ordinary wolves won't do. I have an idea. Don't fret. We'll break the seal in time.
All right, Grandpa. I need to go.
Ok. Não reparei nesta erva aqui. Ok. Vamos lá agora. Temos o capuchinho vermelho. Vai aparecer um lobo mau? Não. Porque agora temos que quebrar o selo do lobo. Provavelmente vamos ver lobisomens. Há uma música para conquistar aqui. Vamos à campa. É esta a música. Merda. Campanha. Por que ela se meteu de joelhos? Não tinha nenhuma pila. Desbloqueamos uma música.
Sing winds from the quietest to quiet, from the lightest to light. Lift up the branches and sand from the grave. Split Mother Earth. Reveal yourself, coffin lid. And fly open, white shrouds, and draw open sweet lips. Tell me, my darling, of your life there, and ask me of our life here. I've been living here, wandering from place to place. I've witnessed all kinds of grief. All kinds have I suffered. I saved a girl from a banya. See, there's some good done with this knowledge. I can't save everyone, though. The Rusalka I left with Bakul. But I needed the seals for you more. I'll do anything to save you. Even if it means raising all the villages on Earth. My chorts will help us be together. Soon you'll be back, my darling. As soon as I break all the seals. And you, teach me. Guide me, miserable orphan that I am, how to break all the seals of the book. And I will reach out my white hands and pull you from the other shore.
Eu quase aposto que dava para ajudar a sereia. Eu devia ter pedido primeiro a ele para libertar a sereia. Porque ele não me ia negar. O selo tem sempre que ser separado. Se calhar ele ia pedir tipo dinheiro. Agora se eu tinha dinheiro ou não, quer dizer, mas o pai dela tinha o dinheiro. Bom, whatever. Lá vai. Shorts. Money. 8. Oito. 38. Está hecho. E tantos visitantes.
Ah, Vasilisa, here you are. I've been thinking about that wind and three sides and river shells.
So you've remembered about being Sosietko in that spa?
Now, I think we should go back in the church in Yinidor. Maybe something will come up there.
Let's go. But is there anything left? Centuries have passed.
We'll search near the foundations, in the cellar. All secrets are hidden underground. You know that better than most. When we'll be in Galbets, maybe then I can tell some future. I'm a Sosietka after all.
Ok, uma side quest para o gato. Proshka. Então os outros visitantes basaram. Só porque vamos fazer uma side quest para o gato.
Proshka stops every now and then. Circling around a bit, he hesitantly proceeds on his course. It seems as if something is bothering the demon. Something about the road ahead that he hasn't himself realized yet. At the next stop, a gust of wind blows dust in your face. Could it be a demonic wedding? You jump into prickly roadside bushes, dragging Proshka with you. After a few moments, the wind dies down.
Pensei que ia haver alguma coisa se me escondesse.
The road whirlwind is a harbinger of a northern night. The wind bends the trees and sends dust and leaves flying to the empty spaces of the Yanidor crossroads. Somewhere deep in the forest, a lone wolf begins his song. Proshka stops in hesitation once more.
Tá, é uma que a gente precisa.
Why are you standing there, Proshka?
I remembered. I used to visit this place often. Perhaps when I was alive, one of the chutes. Doesn't look like my church was worshipped in much, does it?
All you think is about being worshipped. What else could happen in the crossroad that tied Proshka to this place? Maybe the chute fought the Rusich here.
What gives you that idea?
Why were books all of a sudden? I guessed all by myself.
Right. As if you didn't know there was a different sort of battle raging at every crossroads. In fact, Some are going on right now.
All right, let's go to Yenidor. I bet we can find something there.
Vou perder todas as oportunidades de ganhar experiência.
The old bridge creaks from the cold wind, the cold water of some swampy river rippling beneath it. In the middle of it, you notice forest chorts looking at you with their cold, lifeless eyes from the reeds. The demon needs only lift his paw for the forest spirits to scramble in panic. You look at him in amazement. Was this his doing, or do the spirits know about the power of the Black Book?
What? Want some pranics? I've sold everything already. Oh, you want some herbs? Well, take a look then.
E tanta bosta que esta mulher tem. Caga nisso. Vamos guardar as nossas cenas. O nosso kit para comprar itens, que é mais importante.
The northern wind bends the treetops. Their rustling fills the swamps with a rhythmical noise, in which you hear the whisperings of leshis and the wings of demons flapping beneath the ground. You stop for a minute, thinking of how ancient these forests truly are. How many centuries have they stood here? How many centuries will they stand yet? Your meditations are interrupted by Proshka's grumbling. Yanidor is close.
Espero que haja aqui boss fight. Ouça. Essas flores dão para apanhar, não? Mas estas dão.
This church looks empty now.
What a dump, right? Look at all this rotten wood. And it used to all be so fine. Don't just stand there, Weiser. There is the door to the undercroft. Open it!
Some pictures are mixed with the icons.
When you approach the old wooden planks, you feel a draft. Behind the planks, you see a narrow crawl space leading deeper underground.
Vamos explorar isto tudo.
It's not as simple as that. Search the chests. Perhaps you'll find something.
Está aqui gajo.
What am I looking for?
How would I know? Now, don't look at me like that. There are icons all over the place. It's bad for me to look at them, you know?
Ah, isto é a saída. Ok. Temos que ir lá para trás. Está escondido aqui
Behind
uma
the
passagem.
planks, you see a narrow...
They're so majestic. The idols have river shells scattered around them.
I've seen these idols, Vasilisa.
You've been in this dugout before?
Yes, but when? Was it long ago? Something is missing. As if one of the passes on the hunter's calendar has disappeared. Add it, and everything fits right into place.
Majestic idols of old are now lying in heaps in this dank and wet dugout. The eerie faces of the forgotten deities seem to emanate a cold draft. One of the idols is missing his carved face. Majestic idols of
The idols have river shells scattered around them.
O que é suposto eu fazer aqui?
An old kitchenware. Old church books.
An ancient
este é parte
wooden
que falta.
angel is watching you indifferently. You peer into his face, and it looks as if he's wearing a wooden mask. You touch the mask, and it falls to your feet. Its image reminds you of the strange chorts depicted on the idols of the demons.
Temos que ir lá meter isto.
Behind the planks, you see a majestic idols of old.
What the hell is even that?
Vasilisa, I think I
Achievement unlock, Voipel.
I remember everything.
Isto é ele?
But look, what's happening to me? That's right. That's how I used to look when they called me White.
Coding Permian mythology, the name is North Wind.
Hunters used to bring the river shells from the north, and I flew at the all-knowing wind with no rest and no respite.
Broshka, is that you?
Vasilisa, I remembered everything. All thanks to you.
Your name was Voipil. Who are you?
I used to be a god, the lord of the northern wind and master of the true people's destiny. Those who lived in the forests of Cherry. I was once powerful. For a time, other gods came, and belief in me dwindled. Thou shalt not worship the idol of Voipil, and thou shalt not devour funeral feasts to him. And thus it came to be. The lights of altars dwindled, and so did my powers.
Are those your idols beneath the church?
Yes, they are. It was my lost temple, this dugout. I still remember that woman. Didn't want to lose the old thing. She hid my idols and put my face on the angels. That's how I survived. As a demon, but in a halo of ecclesiastical glory.
Why all the shells?
This is my symbol, my ears. I used to be omnipresent in this area. I used to cool the ferocious flame of the sun with my wing. But that time is long gone. All that's left are these shells, bones of the past, long forgotten.
What will you do now?
I'll stay with you. I am in your debt. It's not like I've suddenly grown in power. The universe has been turned upside down. The gods of old are today's demons. And so did I. When people forgot about me, I forgot about myself and lost my erstwhile power. But now my past has returned, along with some of my strength. I will help you, Vasilisa. Who knows what other rebellions can I undergo?
Será que o gato tem um poder novo agora? Vou continuar a chamá-lo Proshka. Já estava habituado. Ainda bem que ele não foi embora.
So it turned out that our Proshka used to be a chute demon.
Jesus
Damn.
Christ!
Didn't expect that, Grandpa, did you? Perhaps now I'll be the one to tell you to hunt mice.
Unbelievable! I didn't think that such strong spirit would enter your service. I'm glad all the training worked out. Or is it the book? So, now you're going to stay with us?
Well, yeah. I'll live out my cat life with Vasilisa. I found mine, now I help Vasilisa find hers.
And no nagging about mice. You might be St. George himself, but you should still do your duty. While I still have my teeth, I'm the master of this house.
Don't worry, Grandpa. I'll take care of it. Consider the mice
Don't
gone.
worry, Grandpa. Pensei que o gato ia partir os dentes ao avô. I'm gonna break your teeth and then I'm the boss.
How do you like my new fur? What a glow.
I don't know how to address you now. Proshka?
Proshka.
Or Voipil?
Roska it is. I've told you that I'll stay with you until all the seals are open. You've helped me, now it's my turn. I'm not scared of any shorts.
Ele agora brilha e tem terceiro
How
olho.
can they possibly harm me?
What kind of spirit are you?
A chewed one. Permans believed in me in the olden days. My powers have waned. I can catch mice though.
You're helping me then again.
Yeah, and my power grows because of that. So I won't leave you.
You've remembered your past, but won't you forget it all once again?
Yes, you become that what you're doing. If you'll be a Societka for 100 years, then you'll become one. If you wouldn't have reminded me of the past, then who knows? Maybe I would have become a hairy old man then in another 100. Enough of this Societka business. When you'll free your guy, I go back to mountains. I will fly around like a free northern wind. I won't forget a thing that way.
Alright, vamos ver então os visitantes.
God bless. Yegor Yevlampovich, Vasilisa.
Why, isn't that groom with his bride?
So, you're keeping your word, Nikolai?
I told you I needed a bride, and with help from you and God, here we are.
The wedding is close. I see you've covered yourselves, as is tradition.
Yes, we needed to have this wedding as soon as possible, so that the Bonics wouldn't drag me back. I understand you have a lot to think about. Vasya, weddings are the least of your worries, but if you can't do it, no one can. You were the matchmaker for me and Nikolai, so you should stand as matchmaker by my side at the wedding.
I have no time to give a dowry at a bachelorette party.
Right. The week has passed. The dowry appeared at my house, and what I lacked, the girls from my village helped out with.
The main thing is you being my matchmaker.
I can't. I have other business.
It's all right, Vasya. You can go. We have some time. And when the wedding passes, a solution to a problem might reveal itself.
You too, old Igor, come. You'll be our master of ceremonies.
What an honor. To what do I owe the pleasure?
Well, you taught Vasilisa and helped with the items for the bride.
That's right. Well, you see, Vasya, how can you say no?
Não quero o casamento, comida à pala e diversão
Who
à
did you ask to be
pala.
your best man?
Petka, the accordion player. He's an old friend of mine.
Vitka? What curse can he help you with? How can we attend such a wedding, Grandpa?
Stop it, Vasya. Fedьka will manage. He's a jester, but he can. Besides, we'll be there. We'll help with the evil spirits and Khaldoons.
All right, but Fetka needs looking after, so he won't curse the wedding himself.
Thank you, Vasilisa. I brought a gift for you. I think you'll like it, and it should prove useful.
We didn't come only because of the invitation. We need a nowhere's help. My future mother-in-law hired brewers to make beer.
But they quit halfway through. They say demons chased them away. They're beside themselves with fear.
We decided not to approach these demons without you. Maybe it's Banniks trying to interfere with the wedding.
You made a wise choice.
Is the bright side brewing beer?
We decided both sides will brew. The villagers are close to each other.
In Pakcha, where my mother lives, there are some skilled brewers. We hired them. Father is long gone, after all.
What are they saying about Chorts?
Some shadows are being noisy, turning over tubs and whatnot.
See, they're brewing the beer by the river, so I thought that the Aptericha might reveal herself.
When's the wedding day?
Everyone is invited the day after tomorrow. First is the wedding day, and the next day we're going for a ceremony. Not everything is by the book, but you know how it is.
All right, I'll help you. After all, the ceremony is incomplete without beer. And you have your whole life ahead of you.
Well, come the day after tomorrow then, if I'm the master of ceremonies.
See you soon. Lord be with you.
Greetings. God bless.
É ele. Alexander.
God bless. What brings you
É ele
here,
que está a
Your
trabalhar
Honor?
com a
The stove flap
celeira.
is over there, to your right.
Alexander looks around, perplexed.
Grandpa, he's not here about that. He doesn't know these things either. And the matchmakers come without a groom.
Hello, Vasilisa. I was in the area for business and decided to drop in. I mean, I think you'll also be interested in this case I have. They talk about you and your grandfather quite often. You remember that fired short that tortured the girl in Logova? There's a similar case in the village near Pakcha. It's called Severное Settlement.
That's where I'm going to track this chort. So, Severное Settlement? You start treating them with your methods. Perhaps I'll drop by.
Thank you. Till we meet again.
Hold on. Fancy some tea? Help me move the table first, would you?
Table? No time. My patients are waiting.
Alexander hurriedly leaves your izba.
Acho que é ele. Brewing by the River. Temos que vir aqui. Parece muito suspeito. Eu acho que é aquele gajo, a silhueta dele. E a voz agora que
It's
voltei a
getting
ouvir.
dark. You keep the black book ready. Khaldoons often put their chorts by the roads, as you have already witnessed several times. Soon, you notice someone's burning eyes under the roots of an old fir tree.
Ai, vamos lutar, mas é, poça. Precisamos de experiência.
Among the treetops, you notice a silent giant. His figure towers over the trees and sheds a dark shadow on the frozen road. You enter the forest and walk towards the spirit, but soon hear laughter in the distance. A whirlwind of dust emerges from the darkness. It splits into a swarm of demons.
Só dois. Então o meu avô não matou o gajo? Então vamos primeiro aqui.
You find the izba Alexander told you about without any difficulties and question the locals. As it turns out, the husband of the sick woman died recently. Your acquaintance is already here.
These are fish traps.
Ooh,
Looks like
fish.
her husband used to be a fisherman.
Fisherman.
In the corner of the izba stands a solid Russian stove. On the whitewashed mouth, you can see black traces of soot. It's difficult to say who is to blame, a demon or a housewife's clumsiness.
Não sabe fazer o seu trabalho. Isto é um berço. What?
You open the chest and are hit with a foul stench. Inside lie everyday items of the woman and several linen sacks. It seems they are the source of the smell. Bed sheets and towels, nothing of interest. You wince in disgust. The sacks contain horse manure, wriggling with worms. These are the gifts of a demon.
Let me be. I need to rest. The fever won't let me be.
They say you became a widow. Oh, Jesus Christ, may he rest in peace.
Yes, he died, but I'm managing.
Sometimes dead husbands come back from the afterlife. Have you heard of that?
What kind of story is that? That sort of thing never happens. Lord have mercy.
Don't try to be cunning with me. I've seen all kinds of charts, and I can sense the Walking Dead from a mile away.
Phew, witch.
The Walking
What could
Dead.
you know
a
about
série.
me and my Vasya? You know nothing.
Maybe I'll be able to convince her if I pretend to be her acquaintance. So, what did her husband do?
Fisherman.
Perhaps he was a fisherman. Looks like it. There are fish traps in the corner. What do you mean? I know you through my godfather. He used to go fishing with you, Vasily, quite often.
He won't be fishing any now. He's dead, I tell you. Go away. You and your groom, let me rest.
She still doesn't believe me. How can I convince her that everything's not so simple with her guest? You think your Vasily brings you sweets? Take a closer look.
Jesus! What have you done, witch?
I know who is to blame for your sickness. If you want to live, you must tell me.
All right, I'll tell you, but don't you tell anyone. My husband didn't die. He still visits me in the evenings. But he told me to keep quiet. People won't understand.
You hear the sound of scattering sparks. A fire chort, familiar to you, emerges from the stove, and it immediately turns into a human.
Again with your plots, witch! Don't interfere with my business.
You want to kill me? Didn't work out for you last time.
Ha! Kill? I have another purpose. You stopped me here, but I'll find other creatures.
Not so fast. You can't hide from me in my uyest.
That may be so. That's why you will be there with my new friends. I won't be back here.
A couple of chorts appear near him, while he himself turns into a fiery whirlwind and disappears into the chimney. You can catch up with that chort if you don't spend time on these demons. But what will happen to the sick woman? You open the book and read the first Zagavar.
Matar os demónios. Aproveitar para procurar uma beca. Reinforce word increases for one each time health is lost.
You defeated the chorts, and the woman seems to be safe now. But how many souls will this fiery snake ruin? No one knows the answer to this question. You can only continue on your way.
Não conseguimos apanhá-la. Não podia deixar a mulher tipo mal, coitadinha.
You notice the pale heads of the drowned, looking out of the water. They are almost certainly waiting for a careless victim to drag under. Realizing they were spotted, the undead lazily hide beneath the water. You hide nearby, and the drowners soon return to their spot. You open the book and read the first Zagavar.
Quatro, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. vou perder mais 6 de vida. É boa experiência. Deve faltar bem para eu subir de nível.
At the crossroads of two trade routes, you see the annual fair.
Seek me out, girl, and I will grant you no.
Low bribe, buy some herbs and other goods.
Legend required with a trump, increases charge speed. Meh. Gain prayer. Cenas mais caras. Gain vampirism. In battle start attack. There is even more. Wind weapons. Isso é fixe. Que este era, vamos comprar este livro. Não quero esta máscara. Não quero isto também. Mais aqui, 160. Deixa eu estar, não vou comprar isso. Knowledge, não, ainda falta muito. Aqui, gostava de equipar isto, vampirismo 3. Vou pôr isto por enquanto. Vamos lá.
You hear the lingering sounds of songs long known to you. At one of the izbas, you see a late-running vichorka. It may be worth stopping to listen for a while. You sit by a house and dissolve in a deep song. Life goes on as usual in the sleepy Pakcha village. The peasants have returned from their work and fill the village with hearth fire glimmers shining from tall windows. The shop is still open. The peasants answer your questions with enthusiasm when they learn that you are the knower matchmaker they have heard of. According to the villagers of Pakcha, they seldom encounter wonders in their mundane life. Everyone laughs at the men who were brewing beer. Supposedly, they were so carried away with their work that they saw the devil himself. You whisper a prayer and catch your breath. You easily find the home of the peasants who brewed beer, but their izba looks empty. You look into the galbets and see a man who is putting crosses on vials and barrels. He jumps when you call out to
Boo.
him.
Christ almighty, what are you scaring me for?
Sócio,
I
parece
nearly died.
fantasma. Parece que já estás morto,
I
na
knocked,
realidade.
didn't you hear? I'm here about the wedding. They asked to bring beer.
We couldn't cook the beer to the end, you understand? The bride is a chort in disguise, everyone knows that. So some of them sharp-tailed visited us. We barely managed to escape. With God's help, I'll bless the ingredients. We managed to brew the mash, then added hops to the cauldron. Everything with God's words, everything proper. A pound of hops and a pound of malt. And then a demon showed up. Lord have mercy.
Tell me about the demon you saw.
Someone cursed us. That must be it. Looked like a lump of meat that kept glaring at us. So we ran. Left everything there. We prepared part of it, but we're too scared to go there now.
So you brewed everything by the book?
Everything as it should be, with prayers and according to the recipe. First, the girls came to us from the bride's side. Tried to put out the fire. Then, later, closer to the evening, a man came along, and at nightfall, it all began. The bride's cursed. So the devil showed up.
What man?
I don't know. Didn't have the chance to look at him proper. He stood for some time in the distance, and then left.
Did you brew by the river?
Right. Wait, you're going there now? This late? You'll be killed.
No,
It's
I
all
won't.
right. I have God's word with me. The devil will have to retreat.
Well, God be with you. Go to the east of the last Isba. You won't miss it.
Espero que estejam aqui uns demónios grandes. Dá muita experiência. Pirilampos. Passarinhos. E caldeirão de cerveja.
It's quiet in the brewing area. Too quiet. You anxiously look around. Evil spirits definitely had something to do with this. There's some dry grass around here. It can be used for kindling. You take some dry grass.
Here's where the mash was cooked. Here are some barrels filled with beer that's already been brewed. I think that if I'm able to chase the evil spirits away, the brewers will be able to take it.
Here is the firewood that the brewers prepared. You take some firewood.
Vamos acender isto.
This cauldron is full. This is where they light the fire for brewing beer. You add some firewood. Now you can light the fire. You put some dry grass under the cauldron. Now it will be easier to light the fire. You light the fire and take a step back.
Damn, está estragado, está
A spirit shows itself above the cauldron for a moment, but it soon disappears beneath the oily froth of the beer. The fire is extinguished by the spilled beer. Could a larger fire expel the chort? This is where they light the fire. You light the fire and take a step back. A spirit shows itself above the cauldron for a moment, but it soon disappears. There's some dry grass around here. It can be used for kindling.
Oh, it's so sweet.
Here is the firewood that you take a greater amount of fire.
Queimar esta bosta toda.
This is where they light the fire. You add even more. You light the fire and take a step back.
E agora, sócio? Vamos conseguir apagar o fogo? Não. A lump of meat. Indeed. The fuck is this? 21 defesa. Oh my fucking god. Damn. Não. Olha isto. Damn. Como é que eu vou derrotar esta merda? Não tirou. Vou morrer. Tenho que fazer mais coisas. Bookbinding. Que cura, removes negative status. Fierce. Ok, temos que mudar os itens. Itens. Vampirismo nada. Não. Ok. O que é isso? Ok, talvez assim. A gente conseguir. Tom start by 8. Fuck me. God damn it. Fogo, tira uma outra cena, que estupidez. Bem, tudo o que tenho neste escudo na realidade eu não preciso. Vou morrer. Tudo o que dê dano, dano. Escudo, não quero. Dano. Vida. Ok, vamos assim. Let's try. deixa-me passar com... Agora é que já fui. O waste não funciona. Olha aqui a fazer waste e não funciona. Então tenho que mudar o back. Por cima ainda não me apareceu a opção para saltar o combate. Tenta fazer bué da este. Vamos lá. Ok. Alterar deck. Bookbinding. Quer dizer, meti aqui bués. O este e o coisa não funcionam. Deck 3. Ok. Firm. Waste. Sai. Isto é muito importante. Well-versed regeneration. Bluestone. Twice. Destes. Este também não funciona. Escrevemos assim. Itens. Spells, isso não faz nada. Defense. Isto também não faz nada. Isto é importante. Não tínhamos uma cena que nos permitia usar mais uma erva. Deal 7 on receiving. Não sei se isto conta como dano, acho que não. Start battle. Então é estranho. Temos mesmo que matar o gajo, não me aparece a opção. Burning herbs. What? Está a ser, não é isto? Não, é isto. Tentar ser o mais agressivo possível. 18. Como é que eu vou me livrar daquilo? Já fui por caraças. Mas este também não me ficou muito bem, poça. Não me está a aparecer as cenas da cura. Só me tira um. Não, não, não. Está tudo bem. Bem, vamos tentar uma última tentativa. De dano. Temos que usar ervas em todos. Onde é que está as ervas com estas? Temos que remover os negative touches, não? Qual é que era? Remove. É este aqui. Ok. Tantos itens para matar este filho da... Já fez escuta outra vez. Burning Herbs. Não. Burning Herbs primeiro. Stack. Remove Negative Statues. Stack. O que é que vais fazer? Preciso remover os status. 18. Ok, nice. Morrer? Não vou ter usado item agora. Acho que vou ter que matar. Gostei do Living Herbs.
The curse falls to the ground as a repulsive ball of foul-smelling wool. This chort was created by a Khaldun. But who would wish harm upon Nikolai? You send the brewers for the intact beer barrels and return to the Izba.
Damn.
Later, I called some men from Bakcha. After I chased away the chort, they took the barrels with the cooked beer. Everything that was left in the cauldron was gone.
So much good beer wasted.
Looks like some Khaldun got involved.
Looks like it. Well, they're lucky to have you as a matchmaker.
You also keep your eyes peeled around Nikolai. Who knows?
I will. Many Khalduns like to ruin weddings.
Wedding
You know
crashers.
how it is.
Yes, and the guests are helpless. If you ruin a wedding, you can ruin the entire lives of the newlywed.
That's all right. Just be attentive. You will protect them.
Right. I shouldn't expect any help from Fetka.
We'll manage even without Fitka. All right, we need to go.
Alright, então está feito. Espero que tenham curtido mais um live stream de Black Book. Não se esqueçam que tem um link em baixo para para se inscreverem no Humble Bundle, um site em que parte das receitas reverte para caridade, para ajudar instituições de caridade. Portanto, tentem comprar os vossos jogos por lá, para ajudarem quem mais precisa, e se inscreverem pelo link que está aí em baixo também ajudam quem mais precisa, que sou eu. Prontos, Black Book vai continuar, espero que estejam a curtir. Para quanto é tudo, fiquem bem e tenham um grande gaming time. Bye bye!